Congratulations, your home is about to officially hit the market. I'm so excited to work with you, and I'm so excited to see how the process will go. I know we've emailed, I know we've texted, I know we've spoken in person, but if you're anything like me, a video is an easy way to just go and watch and figure out what we're supposed to do because you can hit the rewind button. The first step after your home hits the market is people are going to want to see it. Of course, we have a virtual tour for them to see if they are interested in your home, and if they are, and they are pre-qualified, and they want to see it in person, that's what they're going to do. Once that person, whoever it may be, decides that they want your home, they will submit an offer through their realtor. If you deem that that offer is acceptable, you will sign on the dotted line, and then you will be under contract. If you decide, it's an okay offer, but let's see if we can get them to go higher, well, then we counter offer, and if they accept it and they sign on the dotted line, then we go under contract. But what comes next? The thing that comes next is, okay, we're under contract, we have some deadlines to meet, the people want to get an inspection. So they're going to hire an inspector of their choice, and they're going to set up a meeting with that inspector to look into finding out what is going on with the house, what's in working condition, what's not in working condition, and what they consider to be maybe a non-negotiable where they think that you need to fix that part of the house, or maybe you need to offer them some sort of compensation to I don't know exactly how to explain it, but okay, you can't fix an AC that's broken, give us, a dollar amount towards it so that we don't have to bring as much to closing. That way, whenever the AC does go out, we have that money in our pockets. So that's the next step. Once we figure out what type of repairs or compensation the buyer needs, then we do something that's called the objections, and then we go on to the resolutions phase. So if you do resolve to do either lower the price of the home, or you decide to compensate for whatever is wrong with the home, or you decide to fix it, that's all up to you and the buyer, and then you sign on the dotted line, and then we move to the appraisal. Again, like I've discussed before, we decide on a price of the home, the buyer decides on what they offer, you and the buyer decide on what the contract price will be, but the loan needs to be funded, and in order to fund that loan, there needs to be an appraisal value. The lender will not give any money over the appraised value. So if we list your home for, I'm just going to throw out a number here, $175,000, and the home appraises for $173,000, then we have a bit of an issue. But you hire a realtor to help you negotiate. If it's just a couple $1,000s and you can afford it, as a seller, it may be in your best interest to just save the deal and go down to $173,000. If that's something you're not willing to do, maybe ask the buyer to bring $2,000 cash at closing over and above what cash at closing they were already going to bring, or you can meet in the middle and call it a day at $174,000. Last thing is, if you can't meet an agreement, the buyer backs out and they get their earnest money back. The earnest money was not discussed in this portion of the video because you are a seller, and that will come in your buyer video. So there are many ways to do this. The smoothest way to go about the process is A, get an offer, B, accept or renegotiate offer, C, go into the inspections and be somewhat flexible with what you will fix or what you will agree to compensate, but not to get walked all over. And then D, figure out what the appraisal amount is going to be, and then negotiating at that time. Hopefully, since we priced it competitively and we went through the comparative market analysis together, it will appraise. But you can send 10 appraisers out and it will all come back differently possibly, and you can send 10 inspectors out and they might all come back with different findings. So thank you so much for choosing me. We will get this home under contract, and then we will renegotiate at the inspection and hopefully not at the appraisal point. But if we do need to, we'll do that. I set up expectations up front and I let you know exactly how it's going to go. But here is your reminder. And then after 30 days or so, you get to close on the home and you get to get money in your pocket from that closing. And then you get to give it over to somebody else. I know you have great memories there. I know it's bittersweet, but it's going to be really, really exciting once you are able to be done with this first home of yours. Thanks again, and have a good day.